Hello. Hello. Um, I know this is a stream, but I really designed this to actually be kind of a video to kind of talk a bit about some of the things that have been going on with my peer group. So this is really okay. So if you're coming here to watch Mafia 3 gameplay, click off the video. This has nothing to do with Mafia. However, I've got the 3 DLCs, so I will be streaming the playthrough of those. Stay tuned for that. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a 5-second warning because what I'm about to talk about, people that are watching will not understand anything at all. So, like I said, in the count of 3, I'm going to dive right into it. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, you have been warned. So clearly, some controversy has been flowing over me and my peer group for quite a while about me. And, so basically what ended up happening between me and a couple of friends, it's really not drama, I would actually say. I would more or less say it's just heavy misconception or misunderstanding rather of what kind of a person I am. So I like to joke around, and this is clearly a reaction to the I'm sorry video by PB Rose, my buddy. He touched on a lot of issues with my peer with the group of friends, with all of us, and I felt like some of the criticisms are true. And I would like to address some of my thoughts and opinions on what I perceived, how I perceive things and how I've, seen things from my point of view. So, to be honest, most of my issues come from between 2, maybe 3 people. I guess you'd call it. So that'd be Car and Hungry, as well as Delito. We'll get into Delito here in a bit. But so most of my issues have been really coming from the misconception that I'm a racist. And obviously the racial slurs and the racist jokes and shit, it's all in good nature and fun, right? We all do it in the group. So does that mean I'm a racist person? And I'm gonna say this: I'm not a racist person. Nor do I think the color of someone's skin actually means something to me. It doesn't. Okay, you can be red, you could be white, you can be green for all I care. It doesn't make a damn difference. Okay. So where the misconception comes from is the several times I've used the quote-unquote hard R. And I guess it is offended Hungry, which, by the way, okay, PB uses it, everybody uses it, okay, in the group. So I guess when I use it, I guess it's a problem, so I don't know. Maybe Hungry has something personally against me. It really started, the whole racist shit really started a long time ago. I'd used the hard R. His friend Aviation came in the party. He's being kind of a douchebag, I was joking around that day, with my friend Snake, TJ, as well as my buddy Dom. And Hungry is in the party, and his friend Aviation comes in. He's black, he just has a problem with me off the start, man. He's doing his own thing, and he's having trouble navigating the casino in GTA 5, and then so he's giving me a lot of shit in the process. Then I try to give him directions. He's kind of still getting on my nerves. He's making smart ass remarks, that sort of thing, and then he's all like, where am I going? And he's like, your directions make no sense. And I'm like, well, it's your fault because you're giving me NR directions. And if you guys don't know what NR means, I'm not going to go ahead and explain. But I say that as a joke. I don't say that to truly offend the guy. So yeah, he gets clearly mad, and then Hungry gives me these paragraph messages of, you're not truly a racist, you know, starts trying to question it, and he's all like, you know, if you're not acting like if you're not a racist, then why are you acting like a total jackass in front of my friends and stuff like that? And obviously, I'm just joking around, you know. We do it all the time. He does it, I do it, and then all of a sudden it becomes an issue because his friend's in the party. And I get that, you know. His friend's in the party. He has to act a different way around his friend. They have a deeper connection or something, and he doesn't want to be made to look like, or to be made out to look like he associates with racist people. And so he reacted the way he did because of that. But it's, at least that's what I thought at first, so it wasn't really much of an issue. It only became an issue until recently. I guess not really recently. It's actually a while back. Like I said, I'm really over all this internet drama. I can care less, but I'd just like to address it. Recently, it's kind of in a party, and this is way after the fact, by the way. So, fast forwarding to modern times, I recently left the group for several reasons. And so one of them was the whole racist, you know, controversy. And so I guess a lot of people were saying I was a racist. And so it was this big conspiracy for quite some time. And so, you know, I kind of got sick and tired of the conspiracy. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to cut the conspiracy crap because, okay, let's be fair. It's really not fair to myself or, you know, anybody who really, you know, it's just not fair to the group and myself, of course. And I say that, not really, it's not, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I think what I'm trying to say is, it's just really unfair to me because the entire group does it, you know. And it seems like if I do it, it's an issue. And that double standard, I'm not, you know, it's stupid, man. You know, I think that truly, looking back at it, I think it's just somebody being salty. You know, it's clearly not anything I care about now. But I'd just like to address that, man. And so, yeah. Anyway. So Hungry's in a chat party I had recently left, and so I announced to the group that I was leaving the group for a while, just taking a little break, you know, because the whole racist shit, you know, I got a couple people thinking that, and eventually at one point some people told PB that they truly thought I was a racist and they were complaining, and PB, you know, talks to me about it. He's like, look, man, a couple of people have come to me and talked to me about it, man. You know, and you don't. It feels like everyone's just giving me shit, and I feel like I have to be someone I'm not, you know, because of the jokes that I make and the jokes that they make. It's like I didn't see it was an issue at first until they made it kind of an issue, because it really is not an issue. If that makes any sense. But anyhow, you know, here Hungry is. He's like, well, we really don't lose anything with him being gone because he's just a racist piece of shit. He'll say it behind my back, but he'll definitely not say it to my face. And when he does, you know, he just doesn't bring it to my face at all. You know, it's kind of cowardly in my opinion. I really don't care. Then again, you know, he can do his own thing. That's cool. But for me, I would just like to address to the group, I am not a racist. Now, this whole biased thing, okay, because I have been called biased. Of course I'm biased. Everybody's biased. We all have our own biases for our own various reasons. Okay, so clearly when I'm talking about, like, video games, my bias lies for the games that I like and the games that, you know, I guess I don't like as much for reasons that I just don't like. So I guess, like, you know, I'll knock things before I'll try them. I'll say, that kind of looks retarded, I'm not going to do it. That's just me, okay? And everybody does it. Everybody has their own biases, right? Some people don't like Sandlot, and some people do. Some people love Christmas Story, such as myself, and I love Sandlot, and some people just don't like those kind of movies, right? And some people like Mafia 3, and and a lot of the community doesn't, and for their unfair reasons, right? We all have our own biases. And so it's with Carr where this becomes kind of an issue. Carr was talking about exotic foods one day, or something stupid, and this is one of many occasions where he'll talk out of his ass. And so, anyway, he's talking about, exotic foods with this one guy. I poke a joke at the food known as escargot. It's a French food. It's snails. You can have them cooked alive, or you can have them still alive as when you're eating them. And so, I say it's kind of gross, and I would never try it. Carr, for some odd reason, gets, I guess, offended, or in the sense that he needs to prove himself or something like that, something stupid. And he gives me some shit about it. He's like, well, okay, you may think it's gross, but me and like 50,000 other people don't think it's gross. And so I make the argument, okay, well, if 50,000 other people jumped off a bridge, do you think it's okay to jump off a bridge? I mean, I figured it was a fair argument to make, and I know it's kind of a buzzkill type argument to make. But you see, he killed the mood and the vibe because he tried to, like, how do I describe this? He tried to, he tried to take my joke or whatever it was, the smartass remark I made, and then he tried to make it into something that it wasn't, which, if that makes any sense. So I wasn't being serious. Obviously, escargot is nasty. It's fucking snails, man. And I get it, the whole don't knock it before you try it, but I don't think I'm going to be eating snails anytime soon. So, that reason alone, and the whole veggie burger thing, I'm gonna knock on the veggie burger without trying it, of course. I'm biased, man, okay? I'm proud to admit it, because you know what? It's the truth. So, yes, I am biased. But everybody is. Everybody is biased, right? Whether that's what type of fast food you like, what kind of movies you like, what kind of games you like, what kind of clothes you like, what kind of people you like. For me, alright, I like Russian women, right? It doesn't mean I'm racist, right? It doesn't mean whatever, right? But that's my personal bias. I like Russian women, alright? So that's my thing. So just like to address that, I have my biases, everybody does, okay? So to say that we're not biased is kind of a lie. So I feel like that's also a double standard. The other thing I'd like to mention real quick is the whole with Carr, and it's like the argument thing, man, and his attitude. So here recently, what ended up happening is, over the course of time, he ended up befriending me as of recently, and we're no longer on speaking terms, I guess. But so yeah, so he ends up befriending me. He gives me this really strange message, like something along the lines of an injustice done to Toledo, his vendetta. He said, "My vendetta is done. May Godspeed, have Godspeed to your future endeavors," or something real stupid, right? And it was real cringy and shit. And so I thought I poked fun at it at first because it was just so cringy with PB. And we just realized how childish Carr is. And this is one of thousands of occasions, right? Where at one point he snapped out at PB, I guess, for hanging out with me and Sonic. And he said some real strange homosexual-esque shit, so, And so he said, you're letting Warzone define you as whatever, right? He starts getting on his ass about how Warzone's affecting their friendship or something. Like, yo, it's a video game. It's not that serious. It's not like I have a relationship with this kid, So you know, when we tell Car this, it's like it goes in one ear and in and out the other, and it's like he's childish, right? He doesn't understand, and I know childish is kind of a lame term to use, but it's just so lame, right? It's just a game, and also one time I was playing San Andreas. I caught it on stream. Actually, I kind of wish I hashtagged or linked the stream in, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, we were having this spelling bee in the party at one point, and he took it really serious. So, you know, PB said spell cock exposure or something stupid, and he started getting mad. And then Sonic said something about like spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and he started getting like mad. He's like, you talk all the shit you want, you ruin the game. And then he starts going off and he gets real serious and he says you're gonna feel the wrath. Stuff like that is just so childish and stupid, right? And you know, it's funny I say all this on stream because normal people that, you know, are just gonna end up watching this are gonna, you know, look back and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy even talking about? But people amongst my friend group don't know what I'm talking about. You know, so it's stuff like that. And then he said some other gay shit. I was in a party and my friend, not a Jew, 1942, he brought some of his friends in, and Carr said something gay. One of them said, that's kind of gay though, and then Carr said, well, that's the way it should be, and other stuff, and it kind of just was unsettling. Okay, so really strange stuff. Okay, really strange stuff. So I feel like, I guess me and Carv got off at the wrong foot here. Normally we were pretty good friends, I guess is what you'd call us, our associates. We just we talk about movies, and I'll give the man credit. He knows a lot about video games and he knows a lot about movies, more than the average person. Probably. Well, no, obviously he knows a lot about games and movies. I think that's excellent. I'm glad that he does know the things that he knows, but man, he can be a strange character at times, man. Anyway, moving on. Now I'd like to address the drama with Delito. You see, PB feels sorry because PB reported him. I'll make this clear, I did not report him. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add clarity to that. It was me and Sonic and Dom playing, you know, we're playing GTA 5. I have it on stream where I whoop his ass in GTA. And no, I will not delete that stream. I don't care what people say. But that stream will not be deleted. Anyway. Back to what I was saying. You know, he ends up joining us. He ends up, you know, trying to talk and hang out with me and Dom and, you know, Sonic Man. And so Sonic Man has this bad reputation of trying to, you know, play the middleman things, right? And he'll go ahead and say, guys, you need to stop making fun of Delito, it's wrong. And then he'll proceed to make fun of Delito at some extent, and he's just guilty of that, and hell, we all are, to some extent. But, you know, the fact still remains that, you know, Delito has been made the product of being made fun of, and I will say one thing. I am sorry for making fun of you for being retarded. You know, I will say that. And I do feel kind of guilty for doing that. It's not his fault that he is the way that he is. It's not his fault that he acts the way that he does and says some of the strange things that he does. It's really not his fault, and I should, you know, go ahead and address that I am sorry for making fun of Delito. Now, furthermore, I'd like to go ahead and discuss other things about Delito that I would, you know, that I think people should know before they immediately judge me. Okay, Delito and I have never got off with the wrong foot. He's kind of a bit of an asshole. We you know, he's made some smart ass comments back. He's, said a couple, called me a couple names, and I know that he's not all the way there. So for a while, I kind of, I didn't poke anything to it. I didn't pay any mind to it at all. I didn't think about it. And then I kind of got a bit annoyed after the course of time. So I ended up making fun of him. I tell him something. I make a real stupid joke. I said, if you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole? And he never could really get it there. And eventually got mad and he said, up your ass or something stupid. And things like that kept continuing. So anyway, me and him kind of had this small minor rivalry, I guess. It wasn't really anything serious. I really don't have anything against the guy. But he is a good kid, man. He is a good kid. But he ends up making the mistake of trying to report me, and he threatens to report PB, and because he did report me, which by the way is a very douchebag move, because what ended up happening was his fault. So I'll kind of get into that. He was talking a lot of trash in GTA. He's all like talking about 1v1s or something like that, and so I ended up doing a 1v1 with him, and I ended up whooping his ass, and he was talking shit and I was talking shit, and then he says he's going to report me for bullying him when he in fact put himself in that situation. I felt like I was kind of sucker played there for a minute. I'm like, the guy is talking shit on the game. I put him in his place, right? I beat him in the game. He goes kind of mad, and he gets mad and upset and stuff like that. I guess he joined Car's party or some Mario's party, and everyone started giving me a lot of shit for it, and I was confused because I thought I was just dealing with my problems like a normal person would on a game. They just do whatever it is they had to do, and then it's over with. It's done. It happened, and it's in the past. Well, back to Car. He said the injustice done to Delito, what he's referring to is when PB reported him. And you see, PB actually had reason to report the guy. Not really reason to, let's be honest. It was over nude pornography. But he actually sent pornography. So he actually sent pornography, man. So, I mean, not that that's a reason to be reported, but because he actually did that. You see what I'm saying? That's something he actually did, something he's actually guilty of. So it's not like it's an injustice or anything, right? It's just kind of wrong because he reported me. PB just did the same thing because he was also going to report PB, and PB just was not going to have any of that. So he ended up reporting him. And now, I completely support that. Now, obviously, over the course of time, PB thought about his decision, and clearly in his video, he regrets the decision he made, and I respect that. I can kind of see that. 30 days without a PlayStation during COVID-19 kind of sucks. Okay, kind of sucks. And I'm not sure that guy actually has anything else but the PlayStation. So I'm not quite sure as to what he did, but he plans on getting revenge on me and PB. So we're gonna see how that plays out, I guess. But I would just like to say I don't give a fuck about this whole revenge thing or this whole drama thing. I just kind of want it to all be over, man. I feel like people just don't understand me as a person, and so that's why I left the group when I did a long time ago. I left the group because I felt like I had to be someone else to be understood, because any of my politics, I always use the freedom of speech as my excuse, because it's a valid excuse, because it's my freedom of speech. I'm allowed to think the way I do. And the reason I'm so not guilty of it, I mean, I'm guilty of using that as my excuse, sure, but the reason I don't care that I use that as my excuse, it literally comes down to the point where it is my freedom. And why should I change who I am to fit some sort of profile or something? No. I am who I am. I'm not a robot. So right? I'm a normal human being, so I think the way I do. I'm right wing. I support guns. PB touched on this in one of in his "I'm sorry" video, where he talks about my he respects my talents in the gunsmithery world of things, and he actually appreciates I can't say the word appreciates my skill in the hobby, and I respect him. He's good at a lot of things, man. He's good at playing the guitar. He's good at playing piano, and I think he's an amazing guy, man. He's good at playing musical instruments, man. He's a smart guy. I mean, he's really good, man, and he's really a good friend. And Sonic, man, he's a really good friend too, man. He's there. If you need something to talk about or to let off your chest or something, and or if you just need someone to talk to, he's there for you, man. So for the longest time, man, we were just there to play our games, to relax, let off on our on our struggles with school or whatever else, or the everyday struggles of life, right? We got on the game to relax, and all this drama takes away the point of the leisure activity that is playing games. Playing your video game is a leisure activity. You do it to relax, to escape from the troubles of the everyday world. So I think that with that all said, I think that partially I would like to apologize to the group and say, yeah, I get it, guys. I'm a bit of a buzzkill. But that's kind of just who I am. Okay? I'm very political. I'm very vocal of my politics. I'm not afraid to express my opinions about politics. And I express my freedom of speech. I express my freedom quite a lot because I can as an American. That's my choice. Okay? Because some people may not agree with it, it doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinion, or it's going to stop me from talking about it. And it's not like people are trying to shut me up or stop me or anything like that in the group. It's just I'll admit it. I do talk a lot about politics. I get it. That is annoying. I'd like to address that. I am sorry about that. And here lately, I've been cutting it out, man. I haven't been talking about much politics on the game, unless it's brought up, And so I think I've been doing a really good job at just playing my game and chillaxing, man. But it's only until recent that this whole drama thing sort of happens and unfolds. Because like I said, Card just recently unfriended me like a couple days ago. I feel like... Give me a second. My mouth is as dry as a desert right now. So I had to get something to drink. But yeah, guys, I think with all that said, I think I covered a lot of the issues involving myself. A couple of things. I don't think me and Car are going to be friends again. For people that are watching, that are in the group, yeah, man, I don't think I'm going to be Car's friend anymore, man. He's proven himself by, he invites me to this party the day after he sent me that strange message. And I don't think I talked about that yet. Alright, well, I'll talk about it. So, the day after this message or whatever, he invites me to a party with my friend, Mario. His real name, we know him as Logan. And so I joined. Car's in the party, and the reason they invited me is to actually confront me. So it seems like a lot of people have some sort of problem with me. It's just they're not talking to me about it. That's one thing I would like to address is, guys, we need to cut that shit out. If you guys seriously have a problem with me, say it to my face or address it to me personally. At least with PB, at least they'll be honest about it and say it directly up front. And I'm glad that, shit, man, I'm glad that Logan and Carr tried to confront me, And actually, somewhat is a relief knowing that they're done, you know, talking about it in the dark. They're gonna talk about it to my face, so I actually can understand the criticism. And I will say one thing: their criticisms are sort of trash. You know, my bias toward myself. But yeah, no. I think that a fair criticism is that I bring up a lot of politics, and so, you know, like I said, I'm trying to cut that shit out. But furthermore, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be friends with Carr anymore. Yeah, no, man. I really don't think it was a friendship. I think it was just a mutual acquaintance. So yeah, no, I don't think I'll be in any parties with Carr or anything like that. I'm going to separate myself from that dude as much as possible. He's kind of weird. I just don't want to be his friend. You know, as for Zamari, I really don't have any problems with the guy. It's like, he's a good guy and all that, but like, yeah, no, I have no problems with him, really. It does seem as if, you know, some people are annoyed at the political shit. I think Zamari is one of them. And then definitely PB gets annoyed at the political shit, too. So, you know, I'm going to cut that shit out, guys. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be friends with Hungary. Delito. As for Delito, I'm sorry I called you a retard. I'm sorry I told you to, you know, how deep is a 6-foot hole. And, you know, I actually didn't say your ABCs. That was actually someone else. But, you know, but I'm not going to be Delito's friend, obviously. I'm still keeping him blocked. Fuck being his friend, man. I'm going to say sorry for how I acted. But I'm going to say fuck being your friend, man. Because if you're really trying to, you know, get me back for something I did not do, you know, I generally think he sucks. He sucks, man. I just don't think I can get off with the right foot with that kid. But hey, you know, that is in the past. It's what it is. Alright. I'm gonna sign off here. You know, so yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff got addressed here. It's kind of unorganized, you know. But yeah, this is definitely a reaction to the to PB's video, so go and watch that. It's called I'm Sorry. I'm pretty sure everybody in the group has already been sent the video. You know, very good video, very fair criticisms. I think everybody should take a moment. I think the video is like 19 minutes long. It's a really long video, but take the time, watch it, man. Sort of get a generalized idea of the situation and synopsis that he gives. You know, I couldn't have said any better than, you know, he says it the best. But you know, I think generally speaking, as far as I go, you know, I'm done with trying to be somebody who I'm not. You know, I'm just gonna be myself, and if people can't handle that, well, I mean, I guess he shouldn't be my friend if you guys just can't handle that. You know, so if anybody truly has any problems with me, let me know what your problem is with me. I can see if it's something reasonable or if it's something silly or stupid, but you know, I'm always open to new thought. I'm willing to listen to any criticism so long as they are reasonable, you know, being that they actually make sense or there's something that can actually be fixed. You know, obviously the political shit, you know, I'm on the case, man. I get it, you guys. The political shit's really annoying, I get it, and I know it can be a buzzkill. Alright, but yeah, I'm out.